Hello, my name is Bojan Savic, Mercedes-Benz of Scottsdale. And what do we have right here? Yes, you guessed it. Mercedes EQS 450 Plus. First electric vehicle on the US market from the Mercedes-Benz. So what's new, what's interesting? Everything is new, everything is interesting about this particular vehicle. Well, one of the things about this particular car, EQS 450 Plus, finished in nautical blue that we have right here in the front, it's its design. That's what most of the people first think, because with every vehicle that you see, you discuss first the design. So everything that was done to this vehicle was in favor of drag coefficient. So basically how much resistance this vehicle has to the environment, to the air, to the wind. And this vehicle has 0.200 drag coefficient. Tesla is just right above that at 0.208. So this is right now the most the vehicle with the least amount of drag coefficient, or least resistant to the wind. So that's one of the things that was what we were trying to achieve. So the reason why Mercedes was trying to achieve is to give it better fuel, in this case economy. We don't have any fuel anymore because this is everything on the range. So what's the range? Range on this EQS 450 Plus and the 580, it's 340 and 350 miles that you can get to range. And that's by the EPA or the real world driving. So that's the first question that everybody would like to know about the electric vehicles. 108 kilowatt hour battery that we have on this particular vehicle. Again, to go back on the design, you can notice this is the new face of the EQS. This is our little Mercedes-Benz star that we have in the front. Whole front design is supposed to resemble the bullet train that you have in many parts of the world, one of the fastest trains in the world. They would go about 300 kilometers per hour. That's close to 200 miles per hour. Fast, safe to say. Another thing that you're going to notice, if you go on the size of this vehicle, this is almost as long as the S-Class, because this is compared to EQ, means that the vehicle are electric, completely electric platform from Mercedes-Benz. So this vehicle doesn't have its platform on something else. This is dedicated for this vehicle. So all electric architecture for this particular car. It has 107.8. The battery will run it off just on a 108, and you can get about 340/350 miles on this particular one. So what are the other features? Comes with a 21-inch wheels on this vehicle. So some of you might ask, so where is the battery? So the battery basically is in the floor of the vehicle. This is 450 Plus, so you have the one motor that is placed in the back. So in this case, this is a rear-wheel drive. New thing, also the digital lighting that we have in the front, since we're talking about the things in the front. And vehicle comes with the 3 different trims. So EQS 450 Plus and the EQS 580 will come with the 3 different trims that's available as far as in the vehicle and the equipment and the features. All of them are going to come with the driver assist package. So one of the things that many of you are going to be asking, does it come that with the whole screen or Hyperscreen that we have inside. This particular vehicle does not have a Hyperscreen, has regular screens that we're going to show you in a minute once we go on the interior. But on the EQS, you have as available Hyperscreen. That's a 56-inch, so basically entire front is on the vehicle. That's one of the things that many people have mentioned. That's one of the things they want to know about this. Available, it comes standard on the EQS 580. So let's move on to the forward. So the front design is supposed to resemble the bullet train, so everything is done so it can give it the least amount of drag coefficient, so least amount of air resistance, so we can get better fuel economy. So when we come to the sides of this vehicle, many of you will try to compare this to the S-Class, right? So the wheelbase of this car, it's 126.4. So just for the reference, on the S580, 2022 S580 that just came out, it's 126.6. So 0.2 inches that the S-Class has a wheelbase longer. The length of this vehicle is 205 inches. Right around there, depending EQS 450 plus or the 580. So they give you the length to see if you can fit it on the garage. So the length of the vehicle is 205 inches. Also, one of the things might be interesting. What is this right here, right? We don't have the fuel anymore. We need to charge it. Well, yeah, because we need to open it. Yeah, the doors will come out. So this, yes, this is your charging port. This is where you charge your vehicle. Now, how long is it going to take you to charge the vehicle? Depending on which charger are you using. You're using the regular, the house charger that charges about 3 to 5 miles that you get per 1 hour. It's going to take you a very long time. Depends if you have 240 volt charger that you installed on your house. I would recommend that, and it will take you about 11 hours to be fully charged. Or you're using a supercharger. We have this term supercharger, it's kind of funny to use. Well, that will charge your car the quickest. So it goes right here. And once you plug in the vehicle will let you know. First, it's going to check to see if it is ready for charging. It's going to illuminate. Then when it starts charging, it's going to let you the lights know. Can you use the vehicle at that time? Absolutely not. The vehicle will not be moving. You cannot step on the accelerator pedal and start going. No, you cannot do that. Also, is it safe to charge this in the rain? Yes, absolutely. If there is something wrong with the charging or when your charger in the car, what they call it, the handshake, the car will first check that everything is okay. If everything is okay with the system, yes, you can proceed with the charging. But let's now close this door and talk about a little bit more fun stuff in the trunk. Okay, now we're at the rear area. What would I like to show you is this. Whoo! I like those taillights. I like them a lot. They look cool, right? Well, one of the things about owning the Mercedes-Benz is make sure that things are cool. So the rear taillights, as you can see, this helical shape that we have in the front. Also, the brake lights will go across the back of the vehicle. Yes, you do have on this particular one little rear spoiler to create a little bit more downforce. And of course, something that we all love, 2.5 miles an hour speed sensitive bumpers for the United States only. We do have the sensors here. And what are we missing on the back? Yes, you guessed it. The exhaust. Fun part. So let me show you how much of the trunk space you actually do have in this particular vehicle. Now, some of you might notice that the trunk opened a little bit differently. So yes, everything is a one piece. So this is very, very deep. And of course, we have all the new stuff here. You have a little bit more space underneath. We'll show you where we stored the cable, stuff like that you'll need for charging. But needless to say, you do have plenty of space for this vehicle. And you can disengage this part that goes right here. So now it's gonna look even bigger, right? And how we close this. So the Mercedes EQS has a 22 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats and 63 cubic feet of these with the seats folded down. Welcome to the interior of this beautiful Mercedes EQS 450 Plus. Some of you might ask, what's the 450 Plus? Well, plus it has extended range, because we do make some models in other parts of the world where it's just 450 that it has a shorter range. So, interior. Well, one of the things, or the best part about this vehicle, it's truly when you go inside. When you sit behind the steering wheel, when you look at the car, your surroundings, all the materials that is used, that this vehicle is built on, mixture of many different materials. I'm not gonna even try to go into name you all of the materials that's here, from the wood to the metal to the plastic for a different refinement, to the lighting, to the stitching, to the glass that it's used right here. That's a lot. But combination of all this right here, what's in front of you, even before you turn on the vehicle, it's just amazing. One of the things that's, even if this would be blocked, you would know when you enter this vehicle that you are in the best of the best. You are in the Mercedes. Electric in this case, and the EQS. So, familiar things. Steering wheel is the same as you would expect, like in the new S-Class, as everything that was redesigned new of them with the Mercedes-Benz. So basically you would just glide your fingers over this haptic feedback of all the informations. The left part controls everything that's in the driver's display, and the right part controls everything that's in the infotainment that's right here in the middle. 12.3 inches huge display that we control many of the features of the vehicle. The vehicle can save. You have the new and improved Mercedes Me or Hey Mercedes function. You can save it 7 different profiles. With this particular one, you have also the thumbprint that you can use. If you activate the Mercedes Me, like this part says, that you can store all the features, all your likes, from the seat settings to the air controls, to the music, the volume, the sound profiles. Oh, that's one of my favorite features about the Burmester sound system, that it's also on the new S-Class, but we have it in this vehicle, that you can personalize your sound experience. I think it's, for the music lovers, it's really the leap forward, not just a step. So let's move on to the other features that's different. So the door configuration, the materials used, as far as on the armrest, of course you have all the controls for the windows and stuff on the side. I like this part that it looks like it's attached, but it just looks super cool. Movements of the seat, you just put a little bit of force as far as on the seat and it moves. It's the first time when you use it, it's a little bit unusual, but I think you'll get to the good things right away. Of course, it has the button that you can move the right seat now, or the passengers in the front. All the dials, as far as on the turn signals, it's the new materials that we have, and I like that very much. It feels really nice and precise in the hand, as far as on the turn signals. If you're putting the vehicle in the gear or in motion, in this case, that you're swapping it down for the drive, reverse, and to put the vehicle in the park, you just press the button. It does have the shift pedals. So what does the one pedal driving mean? In simple terms, while you're on the accelerator, of course you move forward. As soon as you let go of the accelerator, the vehicle starts slowing down, the vehicle starts to stop. So we are generating power. Now, again, for those of you that know about the electric cars, is a 340 or 50 mile range already priced in with generative braking? Yes, that's what the EPA tested, and that's what we get on this particular vehicle. Now, I don't think that's really useful to go much longer in this video about the features that's already available on some of the stuff. So I'm gonna go and just point out the stuff that is new or different for the EQS. Because as far as on this NTG platform that we have, that's going to be very similar to the one that we have in the S-Class, and I hope that some of you are already familiar with the Dynamic Select, that you can choose several different driving programs for this particular vehicle, that you have everything in the display that's controlled from the driver perspective. Right now I can have understated or sport or a classic or entire navigation that's going to be right in my view right here. So let me tell you about the things that are specific for the EQS. So this vehicle is, again, to mention you one important power, is translated into horsepower. Vehicle is equipped with 329 horsepower and 417 pound-feet of torque on this vehicle. Everything is based upon the Airmatic air suspension with the adaptive damping system. This vehicle is equipped with the 9.6 kilowatts AC charging systems, or it can take far as on the charging, fast charging, 200 kilowatts DC fast charging. So that's how we get to this charging to the 80% in only 31 minutes. Also important, very important feature specific for this, that it comes standard. It's a 10 degrees rear axle steering. That is something super cool that many of the people that are going to enjoy, especially parking on the tight spaces. This is 205 inches long vehicle, so to a 10.5 degree rear wheel steering, it's helped extremely about that. Far as on the charging for this vehicle, and I know that most of these EQS 450 and 580 already are pre-sold, they already have the order, but just Mercedes-Benz is offering 2 years of complimentary charging at the DC fast charging stations in Electrify America, which is give you, I think, about 60,000 charging stations, and that's all in the 30 minutes sessions. Hi, my name is Bojan Savic. Thank you very much for watching this video about Mercedes EQS 450 Plus. In this particular case, 580 is coming out as well. If you have any questions or you would like to further discuss and know more about the Mercedes-Benz EQS upcoming vehicle, please give me a call, 480-748-4856. Simply call the dealership and ask for Bojan. Again, thank you very much for watching this video.